What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to quite a different tier list, to be honest. I don't usually cover much to do with football. I'm a very big Chelsea supporter. We're 1 month into the season now. We're sort of getting a grasp on who's going to do well, who's going to do bad. So I thought I would do a tier list in the form of predicting where everybody's going to finish. I'll try to do it in order of what they are. It's in alphabetical order. There might be some bias here. I'm obviously a Chelsea fan, so there will be some bias. But to be fair, they are looking good. So we're going to start with, obviously, Arsenal. In my head, I will make this clear right now. I hate Man City. I hate Man City simply because they have made the Premier League boring. They have made the Premier League a one-horse race. No matter how well Arsenal ever do or Liverpool ever do, how exciting that title race is, 9 times out of 10, City are going to end up with the trophy at the end of the season. Never used to be like that 20 years ago. Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea were all scrapping for the title all the way, and City have made it boring, so I hate City. In my head, I just can't go for anybody but City for the title, so Arsenal would be Champions League. I think Arsenal are a great team. I think Mikel Arteta has built a fantastic squad. Absolutely fantastic, to be honest. I don't actually think he's that good of a manager, I'm going to be honest. I think someone like Emery at Aston Villa is a better manager. But he has built a fantastic squad, and they'll be there or thereabouts. They might even look like they're going to win it for a while before eventually folding like paper. Europa League, and by the way, I might have to go back and like move teams around depending on who I come up to, because like you forget about teams as you're going in alphabetical order. Aston Villa, as I just said, I give Emery all the credit in the world. Aston Villa are doing fantastic in the Champions League. They've just beaten Bayern Munich at the time of me recording this. For top 4 this year, I think because their focus is going to be split on the Champions League, because I actually expect them to qualify for the knockout stages, at least the playoffs for the last 16. I expect them to at least get there, but I actually think they're still going to finish 5th to 6th. I think they're going to finish Europa League, which would still be a good season. Going far in the Champions League and getting Europa League this year would be a fantastic season. They might even add a domestic cup with how good their squad is. Ollie Watkins is probably the second best striker in the whole league after Haaland. Everybody's just after Haaland at this point. So I'm going to go for Europa League. I think that's fair. Bournemouth haven't actually looked bad. As I said, like, there will be changes along the way. Obviously, the likes of here, we can fit 5 teams in here, 5 teams in here. For now, I'm going to put higher mid-table. For Bournemouth, I could see them like at 11th, 12th maybe, so I'm going to put them there. Brentford, it's a tough one. I can't put everybody higher mid. We'll go lower mid for Brentford. As of now, that could change. I think they're still a good team. They've started okay, not the best. They've got, I think, a record of scoring in the first minute for 3 games in a row. First time a team's ever done that. So yeah, we'll go lower mid. I think that's fair. Brighton have actually started very well. I'm going to go higher mid simply because I think that there's 2 more teams I definitely know I'm going to probably put here. Oh, it might actually be 3 teams. This is tough. But yeah, we'll go there. I think Brighton could be 8th, to be honest, maybe 9th. But I think they've started very well. They've only lost to Chelsea, which is no shame in that. I think they're a great team. Some great signs. A lot of money spent in the summer, but very good team. Chelsea, obviously I'm biased, but I'm not that biased. I'm also realistic. I'm not like someone like Rory Jennings, who's literally ruining the name of Chelsea fans. He really is. He's embarrassing us all. I love what Chelsea are doing at the minute. The argument about in the summer about how we sent Chilwell and Chalobah and Sterling to the reserves and all. We had to get rid of them. Like, Chalobah obviously wasn't going to play. He was going to earn money as a homegrown talent, which is fair. Chilwell is not a good enough left back to be starting. He's not even good enough to be second choice after Viega. So why would you let this left back who can't defend, earning 250 grand a week stay, and Sterling was earning 325 grand a week, and I don't think he's ever been a good player. He's just played in two unbelievably good teams who could give him an open net non-stop. So what was the problem of getting rid of him? I'm glad he's at Arsenal. I'm annoyed it wasn't permanent, and he needs to be gone permanent in the next summer. Chelsea, I'm going top 4. I'm going to go, like, I'll try to organise it second, third, fourth, like, towards the end, but Chelsea will be fourth out of them 3, because I'm realistic. Chelsea have started well, yes. Do I think they're going to have a better season than Arsenal and the other team I'm going to put Champions League? No, I don't think that. So that's just stupid. Crystal Palace, they've started off performing very well, but not getting results. I'm going to go lower mid, probably towards the less side of lower mid, but they're the type of team that could always go on a run, pop off, being undefeated in 6 or 7 games and start rallying the points up. So we'll have to see just how they go, but they need to start getting results, which is strange because he actually bought a goal scorer in Nketiah, who I think is a fantastic player, and Mateta is having probably the season and a bit of his life, so chances are they'll be fine, but might not be enough to get out of lower mid. Everton's a tough one. I'm looking along here to see who could possibly be relegated, and Everton could very well be possibly relegated. Like, in the first 6 games, they've thrown away the lead like 2-3 times. Like, they were 2-0 up against, who was it? Was it 2-0 up against Brighton, like in the 87th minute, and they managed to lose 3-2? I could be wrong on that, but it was someone. They were 2-0 up with like 3 minutes of normal time to go, and they managed to lose, which is amazing. And definitely going lower mid. They're not going above that. If they don't get relegated this year, if they don't catch a grip of themselves, they are going to get relegated. That is 100% for sure. Fulham's an interesting one. Obviously, with the signing of like Smith Rowe, like, Fulham look like a very good team. He will make them take over. Will it be enough to get them any higher than higher mid? I don't think so. I think maybe an 11th or 12th would be fair for them. But you never know, I suppose. I'm sitting there thinking, there's only 5 slots here each, and I've already got 3 and 3. Ipswich Town, I just think they're being relegated. Like, it's nothing, like, they have started the season very well playing wise, but they're not getting the results. And I find for teams that come up from the Championship, you can start very well and you can nick a couple of like wins where you're like, oh, they might have a chance of staying up. They're playing well without nicking those wins. They're playing well without sneaking those points. They have had a tough start. They've been away to City. They've played Liverpool at home. They have had a tough start, but they need to start picking up points, because all of a sudden it's too late. You'll be in a rut where you're not playing well, and then you'll be getting battered every week. So I do think they'll be relegated. Leicester City, I am actually struggling for who I'm going to relegate here. I know 2 of them for sure. I think Leicester are going to survive. Not by much, skin of their teeth probably, but I think Leicester will survive. I think Jamie Vardy, I think it's sort of written in the stars that Jamie Vardy will have like a fairy tale season where like he'll keep Leicester up somehow, because Leicester are favourites to go down, let's be honest. There was even a small chance in the summer that they were going to be given a points deduction, so it's like everything was against Leicester staying up. But I think Leicester will survive by the skin of their teeth, them and Everton. I think they'll be the 2 that are battling with the bottom 3 for who's going to go down. I think everybody above them 2 will be safe-ish, probably get a good bit more points. Liverpool, I've always respected Liverpool. I was very happy when they won their first league title back in 2020. My closest friend and my cousin are both massive Liverpool fans. I've always liked Liverpool. I think Liverpool will actually finish above Arsenal. I think Liverpool will be Man City's main challengers this year. I know Liverpool are top at the minute. I think Arsenal, while I like Arsenal as a team, I don't want to say it, I think they're bottle jobs. I don't think they have a group of serial winners in them the way Man City does, where Man City been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, had the 115 charges to help them along the way, shots fired. I just think Man City are definitely winning the league anyway, but Liverpool should push them all the way. Arne Slot's done unbelievably well coming in after Jurgen Klopp. And like he has changed it up. They do play a different style of football. Like, it hasn't just been copy paste. Let's go. He's done it with no signings. Like, how Liverpool didn't make any signings is insane. But the likes of Luis Diaz, Mohamed Salah just look like they're going to be continuing with their unbelievable form this year and doing well. So Liverpool, I think, will finish second in the end, but I still think it'll be like 10 points behind Man City. I think by the end this won't even be a title race. I think it'll just be a title charge from Man City. But Man City, obviously champions. There's not really much I can say about that. I think it'll be 6 and 7 or 7 and 8. One of the two. I'm sick of it. The Premier League's not exciting anymore in terms of a title race. The fact that with Chelsea, I know Chelsea have fallen off a lot, but because we were so spoiled for trophies over the last 20 years, I'm happy to see a rebuilding process, but I'm not happy. I prefer just to continue winning. But my team it was always going to need a factory reset at some point. It was not going to continue like that forever. Bigger teams than us have fallen by the wayside recently, and then came back. The likes of Juventus now were relegated like 3 divisions and had to come back. That's obviously a different matter, but like, big teams aren't always like top forever. There always will be a very bad period, and Man United's going through that right now, and there's not really a end in sight for Man United, whereas the Chelsea team are looking fantastic and young and looking like they're going to be hitting top form. Like Cole Palmer, I think will fire Chelsea to a league title probably in the next 6-7 years, and he is locked into a 9-year contract, so that is possible. But yeah, Man City win the title. Hopefully. Now, I say hopefully, I don't want to be harsh in case there's any Man City fans watching it. I think if there is going to be a punishment for Man City, I don't know if there is or not. I think the Premier League have no spine, personally. I think how they can give Everton 2 point deductions in one season while dragging out the Man City trial for a year and a half is a disgrace. But if Man City are going to be given a punishment, I know the punishment discussed at the minute is they're going to deduct them 10 to 20 points every season for the next 5 to 10. As opposed to deducting them 100 points in a season and then relegating them effectively, or stripping league titles of them, or just relegating them straight down a couple of divisions. I think they should relegate them straight down a couple of divisions, because this is worse, in my opinion, than what Juventus did, and they got relegated. Or they should do the deducting of 20 points every season for the next 5 to 10, because it would give other teams a chance to win the title for a start. City would still get Champions League football if they were deducted 20 points. 100%. It's not even a discussion. Man City would still get Champions League football. Depending on who leaves, I don't think Haaland would stay if Man City were deducted that many points. If he knew there was no way we're winning a title this year, I think Haaland would leave, personally, but that just is what it is. That's what I think should happen, but this season they're definitely winning the title unless the Premier League rush their decision on points. Man United. Oh no, I brought wrong one. Sorry, I did not want anyone thinking I was giving United European football. I am not. I think United are garbage. I'm sorry. I think Eric Ten Hag, how he still has a job, is beyond me. There's only so many times he can say, but I need my team fully fit. Chelsea are able. I know Chelsea spent a lot of money, but so's Ten Hag. Chelsea can literally change 11 players for a European competition or a League Cup and still play the exact same football and still score 4 or 5 goals. So there's no excuse. Ten Hag has got every signing he has wanted over 2 years. He wanted Mason Mount. He wanted him. People need to remember that he specifically requested Mason Mount. We Chelsea fans knew Mason Mount was on his way on the decline, and we got 65-70 million for him. Out the door, buddy. Signed Sancho on loan with an obligation to buy for 2025, and Sancho started fantastic. If Sancho hits his Dortmund form for Chelsea, 25 million is a steal, and he'll have high resale value in the future, that's for sure. United are terrible. Ten Hag's terrible. The whole team's garbage, and I think you can't even say they need to do a massive change. They've just changed ownership, and they spent a load of money again, and they're still garbage. So I think probably 8 for 9. I'm putting Brighton above them. Screw it. I don't think they're finishing above Brighton. 9th place for United. Newcastle, I'm going to go Conference League. I think that's fair. I think Conference League for Newcastle is definitely fair. I still think they've got a good team. I think the rumours are saying that Man City have won their court case for the first thing against the Premier League about sponsorship, where your owner's own company can't sponsor your club. Apparently, Man City have won that, but it has not been announced. So your big rich owner will be able to sponsor you for X amount of pounds, as much as you physically want. So Newcastle's owners can pretty much just pump money now like crazy. Which, to be fair, like if these billionaire Saudi family owners have bought Newcastle, and right away the Premier League have introduced rules. Oh no, now you can't do that. You can't pump your own money in. All of a sudden, when Newcastle go to do it, that wasn't really fair. I think Newcastle have got rich owners. They should be able to splurge. They should be able to spend cash. If your owners are rich, there's not a problem with it. Your club's not going to be in financial trouble. So FFP doesn't really make much sense. It's all about keeping the club sustainable. If your owner has £500 billion, it's going to be sustainable whether you like it or not. So I think Newcastle should be able to spend loads of money from next summer onwards. I still think they've got a pretty good team. Anthony Gordon, Isaac, probably third or fourth best striker in the league. I think they're a great team, and I think 7th would be fair. Nottingham Forest, I think they're going to be the... wait. I'm going to go 12th for Nottingham Forest. I think... That's a tough one, because I'm going to have to put someone else on... I'm going to put Forest down here. I'm going to go... probably 14th for Forest, which I think is fair. I'm doing that. I'll do it now because I'm going to put West Ham 12th. I do think West Ham will get it together. I think they've started terribly. They got smashed by Chelsea the other week, but they are a good team. They've got a good squad, and they made some very good signings in the summer. So I'm going to say the West Ham will get the 12th. Nottingham Forest, good squad as well. Their wingers, Alanga, Callum Hudson-Odoi, I think are fantastic. Players like that will keep you up. Like, you need flair players. You need players who aren't scared to take other teams on. Chris Wood being up front, while he has started well, he might become a hindrance eventually, but if you've got Alanga, Hudson-Odoi cutting them swinging crosses and non-stop, Chris Wood is going to get you a lot of goals, probably 10 to 15 in a season, and that will add up. It will get them, definitely help them stay up. So Southampton, relegation. We're going to put them one spot below Ipswich, because while Ipswich haven't been playing well, they've been scoring goals. Liam Delap, their wee young player, has been fantastic. I think he scored 4 goals so far. Southampton have looked toothless. They just have. They don't look like they've got a goal scored. Don't look like they've got a defence. You can't be leaking goals and at one end and not scoring at the other. I think Southampton are definitely being relegated. Anyone watching this will probably be thinking he's only got 2 sections with a slot left at Wolves Tottenham. Where's he going to put Tottenham? I'm a realist. I think Tottenham will get Europa League. I do think that after a rocky start, I will say that, I think Big Ange just got them playing. I think they've started playing well. They've had a couple of good results in Europe. Son Madison, and Brendan Johnson as well, all look fantastic. They've just smashed United at Old Trafford, albeit with a man sent off, but smashing United at Old Trafford just seems to be the norm now. It's not exactly a fortress anymore. So I think Big Ange will definitely get at least top 6. I know he said the other day after he lost to one of the big teams, he's like, I always win stuff in my second season. It's like, you're not winning anything at Tottenham. Ever. I don't think Tottenham are built to win a trophy anymore. I don't think they're good enough for cup competitions. I don't think they're good enough for the Premier League to win the title, and never will be. Their one shot to win the title was the year Leicester won it, and they couldn't overtake Leicester because that was the season. Everybody was terrible. Chelsea were terrible, Man City were terrible, Arsenal were terrible, Liverpool were terrible. Tottenham actually did well, and they couldn't overtake Leicester, so that's on them. And that leaves obviously one spot left. We're going to put these guys in 18th. We have got Wolves. I think Wolves have played well, but they have not got the results their performance probably deserve. The fact that one game just stands out to me is when they played Chelsea. First half finished 2 each. Wolves looked like they were fully up for it. all together, and they were just going to keep going and maybe even nick a result. Second half they got beat 6-2. They conceded a goal early on. Second half they just crumbled, and that was it. They were done, and that told me everything I needed to know. I just think they're going down. I think their manager Gary O'Neill, while he has done well at other clubs, I think that he's just not good enough, to be honest. I think that Wolves squad isn't good enough. I think they've sold some of their best players recently. The likes of Pedro Neto, they sold to us for 60 million. I don't think they replaced him adequately. Obviously, you're not going to get a player quite as good because Neto was fantastic, but I don't even know who they replaced him with. That tells you everything. Usually, I know enough about Premier League transfers. I was like, oh, they replaced him with him. I don't remember who Wolves replaced them with, or if they even did. So I think Wolves are definitely going down. Looking over it, I think this is probably how I would like to keep it. I'll put Palace above Forest. That's a change. That West Ham, yeah, would be bottom of that. I'll put Fulham above Bournemouth. So that would make 8th, 9th, 10th. So Fulham 10th. Yeah, top half. So it's not good in the top half. Yep, Newcastle Conference. Yeah, Villa 5th. Tottenham 6th. Yep, Chelsea 3rd. No, Chelsea 4th, sorry. Arsenal 3rd, Liverpool 2nd, and champions Man City. That is my list, guys. If you guys have any opinions down below, especially if you're a Man City fan, let me know how you guys feel about my list. Honestly, it's not that I have anything personal against you fans. It's your club. You have every right to love your club, and I respect it. And I respect Man City are a fantastic team, and Pep Guardiola is a good manager. I don't think he's as good as what everybody says. I think he just keeps getting handed the keys to the kingdom at every club he goes to. Here's the best club in the country and a big ton of money. Make it better. That's what I think of Pep Guardiola. I think he's a good manager. I don't think he's as good as like a Fergie. There's no way he's good as Alex Ferguson, what he's done. But that is what it is. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll try to start doing more football videos on the channel to try to mix it up, but we are delving into different styles. We're hopefully hitting 100k soon, so we might have to steer the channel in a few different directions to cover a few different fan bases. But thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff you guys like to do, and I shall see you on the next one.